and empathy shows me that when we truly listen to without judgment, misunderstanding can be resolved more peacefully. I also learned how to express my feelings calmly and clear without blaming or attacking others, which makes it easier to find common ground.
Hunger is a signal, not a sentence. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Representative from the Department of Youth Service, Mr. Flores, facilitators of anger management and conflict resolution, principal, vice principal, faculty, and staff of Belize Rural High School. Students, this morning I wake up, give God thanks, and smile, thanking for thanking God for all for the person who I am about to become. This new change and transition that we all are undergoing are not only for school but for life. Before this session, if someone had told me anger could be a teacher, I probably would have laughed or argued. Like many people, I used to see anger as a flaw or a problem to fix, or worse, something to fear. But these 8 weeks of continuous session filled with learning activities showed me something very different. That anger is not the enemy. Misunderstanding it is. One of the biggest things I have learned here is that anger at its core is just a signal, an emotion that tells us something is not right. It could be just injustice, disrespect, or even just exhaustion. But what matters most is what we do with that signal. Before taking this course, my anger often controls me more than I control it. I react instead of respond. I burn bridges. I hurt people I care about, and worst of all, I hurt myself by building up emotions, and I did not know how to express. This class didn't just teach me techniques, it gave me tools, real tools, like how to pause before reacting, how to breathe when everything inside feels like fire, and how to speak my truth without yelling it. I also learned the power of listening. When you learn to listen not just to others but to yourself, you start to understand where the anger is really coming from, and that awareness changed everything. But perhaps most surprising thing I discovered is that managing anger doesn't mean becoming emotional less. It doesn't mean being weak or passive. It means being strong enough to face what you're feeling and wise enough to handle it in a way that builds, not breaks. To this class, thank you for being a part of this journey with me. Your honesty, your stories, and your courage have reminded me that growth is not only possible, it's powerful. And to our instructor, thank you for your patience and guiding us with compassion and clarity. I leave this class not pure, but changed. I'm not perfect, and I would not pretend I would never get anger again. But no, I meet that anger with understanding, with not fear, shame, or regret. Because now I know anger is a signal, not a sentence. Thank you, everyone.
Morning, podcast of being established. I would like to say when I first walked into this anger management class, I didn't know exactly what to expect. All I knew was that I tired of feeling out of control. I stuck in my same cycle, getting angry, saying or doing something I regret, and then dealing with the guilt afterwards. In the class, I learned how to take a step back and react to other react to learn how recognize my trigger and the situation, words, or people that tend to set me on the most important. I learn how to deal with those moments in a way that being respectful and protective. What I would like to tell other people about this class, I tell them that manage, management management your anger does mean management your anger is don't mean to mean it's not there. I mean learns how to deal with the guilt will I mean growing emotional and becoming better version of myself. I used to think anger was just part of who I was, but now I know it's something I can manage. It doesn't have to control me because I'm control it. And when it comes to my future, this class is giving me the clarity and confidence to focus on what really matters. I want to have healthy relationship. I want to be successful in my career. I want to live a life I'm proud of, and I know that learning the management means that this one mean angry is part of getting there. One out there who thinks anger management is just about calming down, it's so much more than that. It's about learn how you are growing from your mistakes and choosing better parts forward. I, I'm not perfect, but I'm better than I was, and I'll keep getting better. Thank you.
Proud of all our sons, you know. A lot of times the story about meals not always positive, right? So I always feel good when I see meals that are good for themselves, right? Please give them a nice round of applause. All right, along with me conducting the sessions, I have my other officer, Mr. Warren Smith, and now he will give you some remarks on his experiences with the meals.
Morning once again, everyone. Like Mr. Flowers said, my name is Warren Smith. I'm a fellow youth officer at the Department of Youth Service. Um, I just want to give my remarks from meeting the students. Upon my first day meeting the students, I was skeptic. I tell Mr. Flowers that the program was doing a good job, but some of the students was a bit, they never made a grasp the concept then. And upon me entering the session, the first thing I observed with the males was maturity. And I mean, I had to call certain of the ladies and I have to tell them, yeah, what? You know, we don't want to know why when they act immature and then they just make they get the league. You know, come on, when they have a certain age, we could understand, we got understanding. And if we treat our teachers right, they will treat you right too. But upon me getting in the session, I mean the students they understand Mr. Flow as well. They get along, grasp the concept and where they are now. But I must commend certain students within the program, like Mr. Rachel, as his parent here. Mr. have a humble young man as a son. I must say Mr. Rachel, Mr. Eden, I call Mr. Eden the tattoo artist. I don't know if it. Mr. Rachel, Mr. Eden, Mr. Haron, um, the next one, Mr. Baptist, Arden Baptist, and young man when I laugh about them. Yeah. But all in all, I just want to say kudos to all the men. I mean, who don't know that behavior they make people watch you a certain type of way. Like the first day I tell them, you know, if you don't act a certain type of way, you don't expect you to get treated a certain type of way. I mean, for them to know, I watch them young man grow with understanding. They talk to you different, approach their teachers different and everything. So I must commend them for that now. And I just want to say it take our village all the way, it take to help the young man found the right way when we expect them and want to see them to be and also. I must say parents, we don't have to stop or we don't have to give up. Teachers, we don't have to give up. I mean, it take all the way to help them guide them the correct way. And I just want to say kudos to all and continue upon the right path. Apart from that, I mean, just have a small token of appreciation for two young ladies when actually step outside and help the young man them with their posters and different things. Miss Cassidy, Cassidy name, Miss Cassidy, you could please come over for a small token of appreciation. And Carrie, could please come for a small token of appreciation. To please give this young lady a round of applause. Thanks to both of you for sure that one of the help me young man appreciate it, right? And along with them too, Mr. Rachel and Mr. Zillian, not there, but please ask Mr. Aiden, Aaron, and Arden to come up for a small token of appreciation to the young man show the most maturity to everybody. They listen, they grasp the concept. And now we got three of them out of the five actually doing program for. So we got more program now. That's a small token of appreciation for the department and the service. That's what this letter have to be. Alright, I just want to say thanks again to all of you and I hope you carry on along further and help us like what I say, show the next youth and younger people that you know that positivity do help me, right?
All right. So now I'll call the vice principal to come assist me with the distribution of the certificates.
Mr. Pascual, principal, please.
Stand.
Sir Charles.
All right, at this time, we'll be calling the boys who were in the program for their certificate. Gentlemen, when I call your name, please come forward for your certificate. We start with Zach Hyde. Stefan Weiser. Aiden Casasola. Aaron Guy,
She had fun come around. She had fun come around.
Arden Baptist, Alfred Ortiz, Treshawn Nicholas, Javion Fanti, Wendell Kingston, George Hernandez, David Benton Jr., Tito Jr., Tayshawn Baptist, Kristen Andrews, and I must say, originally Kristen was not listed as one of the young men to be in the program, but he decided one day that he wanted to join, and he went to the session and he said, Miss, I want to continue. So congratulations, Kristen. Jackie Flores, Aaron Pratt, Edward Bull, Kareem Tillich, Rajan Sutherland, Asen Ware, Congratulations, students. Let's give them a round of applause again.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. First, I would like to start off by thanking the Department of Youth Service, Mr. Flores and his team, for answering the call and coming to Belize Rural High School to offer the behavior modification program. Behavior modification, it aims to change unwanted behaviors. A child's social environment has a profound influence on their life chances, and eventually their life outcomes. Your young lives as adolescents are marked by changes in the brain. And this have one science connotation to it, but I know they have to teach today, so I know how to teach, I just want to read. In the brain. And it impacts your behavior with emotional fluctuations, giving you a period of exceptional vulnerability. That means that when you go through all of their changes, Carla, you alright? I want to call you out from way front your man. This means that when you are going through your bodily transition, when you are going from being a child to maturity, that you have all of them hormones in your body. So now the young man then start to feel strong, and the young lady then start to feel like they're a woman, and they want back cancer. And they don't want to wash up the plate when you tell them to wash the plate. They want to hang out with their cousin on the corner or their friend on the corner, because then they start to feel mature. Their hormones, they tell you, I am macho now. I am a man, you can't tell me what to do and what I can't do. And this is the period of vulnerability I'm speaking about. When instead of somebody males listen to their parents, they say, no man, no, they want for me, I'm going to hang out. And this is why you become vulnerable. At these times, these lead to adopting damaging norms and behavioral codes prevalent in your communities. And this is what I speak about all the time. In my community, I see people smoke up and so on and so forth, and in your community is no different. But then not because you don't see that, you don't think that right. At this tender age, if you do such things, it affects your brain. You're not fully developed. As a matter of fact, the law says a person can give consent at 16. You can't vote till you're 18. These things need to change. But you're not developed until you're 21, that's when you're mature. This is scientifically proven, so all of them things they need to fix. At times, these lead to adopting damaging norms and behavioral codes prevalent in your community, which can be quickly initialized by you, the adolescent, who are in the process of developing your self-concept. You just try to figure out who you are as a person. You're going to play marble and teeth mango to know about me, to have a picnic. You're going to they go teeth Mr. John has down the lane to know boy. You know into that. I think the big boys know. You know your self-concept, but then your self-concept also be, you know what? I have goals. I have things that I want to accomplish. And now that I am maturing, this is the way I want people to view me. This is the way I want people to see me. This is the way I want them to recognize me. Your self-concept of who you are as a person. And not only self-concept, but also social identity. this that the one way back you have a problem with. Social identity. Everybody want back answer when they talk because they alright. I go shout and I go holler across the room because what part I come from, that alright. I could say what I want and I could do what I want because I see that at my house and that alright. See what I'm speaking about? And I broke it down in a small chain so you could understand. Right, so when we speak about social identity, it could also be, you know what? I have goals that I want to accomplish. And so, like Trishan like said, me I pull my coconut and me I sell that if I have to. Thinking about being an entrepreneur, tell me go pull coconut. So it's Isabella, Trishan, don't forget the story then. So some of these things, you can decide how you want them to see you. Do you want them to see you as the little boy wake up on the corner and every chance he get, he sneak in and smoke? Or when uncle they drink and auntie they drink, you go there and you take 1, 2 drink, and then everybody in the community know that you come to rural high, but you're also a drunkard and we tolerate you? Is that the kind of social identity you want for yourself? So this is what I'm speaking about when I'm speaking using those terms, right? Both social concept, self-concept, and social identity. While education offers a means of breaking free from the vicious cycle, schools frequently reflect on the very neighborhoods. Schools frequently reflect the very neighborhood they serve. And that's the way I have a problem with. When you know come here and you know behave in a certain way. Because you all are reflecting what you see in your community. And so this program was fitting because it is to adjust some of the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, the way you think. Because the good book say, and I'm not a Christian person, I'm a godly person, there's a difference. As a man thinketh, you don't know the rest? So is he. So if you believe you don't work nothing, that's how you want to know. But if you believe you work every penny, you work the riches, the glory, you smart, then that's how you want to be. But you have to work towards it. You can't want to believe that you don't work nothing because that's how you want to know. As a man thinketh, so is he. No, it's true, no, but that's how I stand sometimes. Alan 2024 states that public schools in villages do not offer favorable learning conditions. These schools are typically characterized by poor student attendance, low academic achievement, and highly prevalent antisocial behavior and peer violence. We don't see the peer violence here, and we don't see the antisocial behavior, but we see the absence. Alright? According to the male social participation study, Mr. Flowers will know about this, or even like Bushfire by Dr. Herbert and Nelma Mortis, it highlights that young people under the age of 35, are 70% of the population. And because you all are 70% of the population, we need for you to be better. We need for you to do better. Because the 70% of the young people, they out there, they smoke, they drink, drop out, not productive citizens. Belize are in some serious trouble. And this is the reason why school is important. Now, there is a social study that says the Mennonites don't have to go to school for long because they teach them everything more. That's another topic for another day, but I know I preach about that today. Male children are not only taught to shun away domestic work. There's some house, when I grow up, the young boy not to sweep because sweeping nothing.
Yeah.
That's the way they teach them. Which is all wrong because of my house. Me can't tell my papa me can't sweep because I cough. Me have to sweep. Some male's house, male's not to wash. But after me house, me have to wash and pin out. And it don't make you less of a man, it makes you better. Because now they can't cut style for you. And not only that, you learn to share the workload when you become mature and have a partner. You wash the clothes and you pin them out. If your wife have to go to work, you wash. I said, girl, you have to wash Thursday because no weekend and all that. Nah. You share the workload. You can't be more macho. Those societies have long passed and gone and they fail most of the time. We're not talking about the failures of any kind of society, but I just want to repeat, I say male children are not only taught to shun away from domestic work, but they're also taught to be tough and brave. Where they cry for? You the legal then. That's what we tell our male things then. The male kids, the students. You they complain, your husband girl. This is what we say. It's not right. Because then we're telling them, Zamar, you know, your feelings no matter to me. You they cry. What you want to cry? All the girls cry, and even the girl they cry. When we say things like this, while the male will bottle up that energy and be quiet, it hurts them too, you know. Because they have feelings, they have emotions. But we think that because in a lead boy, you have to tough and you have to brave and you have to cry because crying now a sign of weakness. But how many of you know that sometimes crying now a sign of strength? Sometimes when you don't see your granny for a long time and you hug her while the tears drop, crying now a sign of love. All these things, but I'm going to reach halfway through the cooking here. The family instills these values in the male child by giving him more freedom to roam than the girl child. Well, that's another topic. By severely punishing him if he shows the slightest sign of being weak. We expect the lead boy to back the bucket of water from yonder to yonder. And we the struggle it on. But then if you do it, because then they come up, then they grow, they have to learn to work. When they cry, a sign of weakness. That's not a sign of weakness. Punishment for wrongdoing is more severe, and he is quite often neglected emotionally and physically. He is often not hugged and cannot seek support when he feels depressed or unwell. Or else, he will be seen less of a man. Dr. Herbert Gill and Nelma Mortis. Study on male social participation here in Belize. There's more to this study. And all teachers should read this book because they tell me exactly what happened right now in our society. Right, Mr. Flowers?
Definitely.
Very important book. I shared it in the staff chat a couple months back. Today though, you're a part of that 70% under the age of 35. You have a voice. You can be different. And our intention is for you all to be different. Behaviors are learned. While behaviors are actions and habits are specific types of behaviors, when a learned behavior is commonly practiced, it becomes a habit. And when a habit is continually displayed, it is signs of a behavior. But through programs such as the ones you have completed today, you will be able to apply your new skills and technique to deal with conflict management, decision making, socialization, and coping skills for both school situations and when you're about outside living your daily lives. As our students embark on becoming change agents, as they prepare to lead goal-oriented lives, we believe that they will be the agents of change that Mr. Flowers has planted the seeds for here at Belize Rural High School. All right? So with that, I want to point out a few things that I heard in the speeches. Some of the young males mentioned that they have now learned to value communication, which means then that they're not supposed to be disrespectful because the anger not come first anymore. It's dialogue. It's speaking. Some people think because you talk to them 3, 4, 5 times that you're weak, you're trying to communicate. So they understand what is your point or what is your opinion. Some of them mentioned that they have the ability now to express their feelings. Males not usually communicate to express feelings. Sometimes when they're angry, what they do, they hit first. That's a sign of communication, that's a sign of anger. because they cannot express how they feel. I can't tell Zamar, boy, you know, I they go through X, Y, and Z, and Zamar club me and then I give X and a punch him. Males do not know how to do that. So I'm glad for the simple fact that Mr. Flowers, through the 8 weeks program, has come to Belize Rural High School and is assisting because now you can't communicate how you feel. It's not hit first and then ask questions later. I don't know if it works. Aiden pointed out, anger is a signal. And it is. Sometimes because somebody gets so angry in their face and they walk away. Mind you, they don't walk away because um, they're afraid of you. They walk away because they have thought about all the possibilities, all the things that they can do. And before they commit themselves and end up at a place where Sunday, that when they care food for you, and during the week, you have to eat what they call jailbread, a Tara story.
8 by 12. My boys know.
Right?
And no matter pay your beans.
So that is the reason why some people choose to walk away. Some people give up and they say, you know what? I'm going to drop and left everything. I'm speaking to the young men, so when you do that, if you have family, then stay behind. The light bill can't pay, the water bill can't pay, the rent can't pay, picnic no got clothes, can't go to school. And then you the back there they eat hard bread and don't have no worry. Because you got light, you got water, you don't have to worry about what chick nor a child now. Because you the back there when you come out to deal with that. So this is an avenue for you young people. Embrace it. And this is the first of many. There are other programs that we'll be engaged in, entrepreneurship amongst others. Alright, so we're not only giving you these tools to behave properly, but you need to have the proper behavior when time I come sit down with you for a meeting and you walk out to me and go, I got this to sell. This is not how you will speak. This is my business, this is its purpose, and this is how we intend to make a profit. So are you willing to participate with us? Because there are other entities. This is how you should speak. But then things will come. These are the first of many, and you're going to learn. Alright, so somebody else who pointed out that at times they felt hurt, at times they felt pain. And those are, whether physically, because you can hurt somebody physically, you can also hurt them emotionally. Some people say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words cannot.
Hurt me. Right.
And that's a lie.
Words are powerful as weapon.
Words can, unless you don't understand what they tell you, it don't mean nothing to you. But if you understand, then now a serious issue. So guys, congratulations. And I want to thank you for, especially Kristen, for being a willing participant. The other young men who were asked to be a part of the program, thanks for completing it. And I hope that you can put these new skills to good use. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Alright. So the students from the program and the parents will come in. We have our next part to this commencement exercise, and the students and the parents, we have a couple minutes left for us walk around and view the posters. All the male graduates, the principal, the vice principal, could you please take a group picture? Mr. Teacher here, the teacher about and check. Which uniform, which uniform? You catch it? We don't have traffic system.